Close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep, slow breath, filling your lungs with the cool, fresh air of the present moment. And as you exhale, imagine a dry leaf detaching itself from a high branch in an autumn forest. It does not struggle. It does not try to cling to the wood, nor does it try to direct its fall. It simply trusts the air, dancing softly in the wind, spiraling gently until it comes to rest upon the soft earth. There is a quiet rhythm to the universe, a silent pulse that beats beneath the noise of our daily lives. We often miss it because we are too busy trying to conduct the orchestra, believing that without our tight grip, the music will descend into chaos. But the truth, the ancient whisper carried by the winds of time, is that the music plays itself. Tonight, let us journey together into the heart of this mystery, the art of letting go. It is not an act of giving up, but rather an act of waking up. It is the profound realization that true peace appears not when we force the world to fit our desires, but the very moment we stop trying to control the unfolding of life. In the misty highlands of an ancient province, where the peaks of the mountains seemed to hold up the sky, there lived a young man named Kaito. Kaito was a man of great ambition and even greater anxiety. He carried the world on his shoulders, his mind a constant storm of plans, strategies and fears. He believed that if he planned enough, if he worried enough, he could prevent misfortune. He built walls around his heart and dams around the flow of his days, terrified that if he let go of the rudder, his ship would crash against the rocks. Yet, despite his tireless control, Kaito felt no peace. His sleep was shallow, his chest was always tight, and his joy was as fleeting as morning dew. Desperate for relief, Kaito climbed the stone steps to the Cloud Temple to seek the counsel of Master Hoshin, a sage known for a silence so deep it felt like a warm embrace. Kaito found the master in the garden, sitting by a small clear pond, watching the koi fish glide through the water. The master did not look up as Kaito approached. He simply gestured for the young man to sit. "Master," Kaito began, his voice trembling with the weight of his burdens, "I am exhausted. I hold everything together. My family, my work, my future. But I feel I am slipping. How do I get a better grip on my life? How do I control the outcome so that I can finally rest?" Master Hoshin smiled, a gentle expression that mirrored the calmness of the pond. He picked up a handful of dry sand from the garden path. "Kaito," the master whispered, his voice like the rustling of bamboo. "Hold out your hand." Kaito extended his open palm. The master poured the sand into it. "Now," the master said, "grip it. Hold it as tightly as you hold your life. Do not let a single grain escape." Kaito made a fist, squeezing his hand with all his might. He watched in frustration as the sand poured out through the cracks between his fingers. The harder he squeezed, the faster the sand escaped, until his hand was trembling and white-knuckled, holding almost nothing but tension. "Open your hand," the master said softly. Kaito relaxed his fingers. A small pile of sand remained in the center of his palm, resting there perfectly, undisturbed by the wind. "This is the paradox of control," Hoshin said, looking into Kaito's eyes. "When you stop holding, it stays. When you stop looking, you find. You believe that control is your safety, but in truth, control is your cage. You are trying to hold the ocean in a teacup." The master stood up and walked toward the edge of the garden, where a mountain stream cascaded over mossy rocks. The sound was like a lullaby, a continuous, fluid song of acceptance. "Look at the water," Hoshin invited. "It encounters a rock. Does it argue with the rock? Does it stop and demand the rock move? No. It flows around it. It embraces the obstacle and continues its journey to the sea. It is soft, yet it carves the canyon. It yields, yet it is unconquerable." We are often like Kaito. We stand in the river of life, trying to push the water upstream, exhausting ourselves against the current. We fear that if we let go, we will drown. But the spiritual truth is that the river knows where it is going. The river of life is intelligent. It flows toward growth, toward balance, toward the ocean of unity. To let go is to trust the buoyancy of the water. It is to realize that you do not need to force the sun to rise, nor do you need to remind your heart to beat. There is an intelligence far greater than the thinking mind that is orchestrating the dance of galaxies and the growth of a blade of grass. Imagine for a moment that you are sitting by that stream. The air is cool and smells of pine and damp earth. You watch a leaf fall onto the surface of the water. It spins once, twice, and then surrenders to the current. It does not ask, "Where am I going?" It simply goes. It is at peace because it is one with the flow. Letting go is not passivity. It is a lucid, vibrant presence. It is the clarity of a mirror that reflects everything but holds on to nothing. When a cloud passes, the mirror reflects the cloud. When the cloud leaves, the mirror does not chase it. It remains empty, bright, and ready for the next moment. Think of your thoughts as clouds drifting across the vast blue sky of your consciousness. You are the sky, not the clouds. The clouds come, dark and heavy, or white and fluffy. They change shape, they dissolve. But the sky is never harmed by the storm. The sky does not try to control the weather. It simply provides the space for the weather to happen. When we stop trying to control life, a profound shift occurs. The energy we once used to fight reality becomes available for living it. We move from the exhausting state of resistance into the nourishing state of acceptance. Master Hoshin turned to Kaito once more. "My son, you are afraid of the unknown. But the unknown is where the new is born. You cling to the shore because you fear the sea. But you cannot discover new lands without losing sight of the shore. True security is not found in building walls. It is found in becoming the wind that passes through them." Kaito sat by the stream for a long time. He watched the water. He listened to the wind. He breathed in the silence. Slowly, the tight knot in his chest began to loosen. He realized that the world had continued to spin without his help. The birds sang without his permission. The sun was setting in a blaze of gold and violet without his supervision. He took a deep breath, and on the exhale he whispered, "I let go." In that moment, the weight vanished. He did not solve his problems, but he dissolved the creator of the problems, the anxious, controlling self. He found that when he let go of who he thought he should be, he was free to be who he was. This is the great secret. When you let go, it comes. When you surrender the need for certainty, you are given clarity. When you stop demanding love, you become love. Life is not a riddle to be solved, but a mystery to be lived. It is a fire that warms, a water that cleanses, a wind that refreshes. As we come to the end of this journey, allow yourself to sink into this feeling of surrender. Feel gravity holding you. You do not need to hold yourself up. The earth has you. The universe has you. There is nothing you need to fix right now. There is nowhere you need to go. In this space of letting go, you are enough. You are whole. You are home. May you carry this river of peace within you. May you open your hands and let the sand of life rest gently in your palms. May you trust the current. If this story resonated with you and brought a moment of stillness to your day, please support the channel. It helps us share our wisdom with others. Peace be with you.